Galacticos, it's basically the best time of the year. We're coming up on summer and international competitions are here. We're going to talk about Copa America, which is starting this Friday.
Yeah, which I'm really excited about. Of course, Copa America, my country, my national team is playing. And yours?
And mine.
It's true, and yours, yeah, it's kind of a new thing for the United States to play the Copa America. And to start, we're gonna tell you about the groups and something about the teams. So Group A is Team USA.
Team
USA, Colombia, Costa Rica, and Paraguay. Well, Team USA.
Team USA.
What do you expect from Team USA?
What do I expect from USA? I mean, I think this is a team that has been growing and coming a long way in these last couple of years. We saw some disappointment with the Gold Cup, but I think that we've got some strong players, and I'm excited to see. There's a young player, Christian Pulisic. He's 17 years old. He plays for Borussia Dortmund. And I think he's a good addition to this team. I don't know if he'll be a starter, but it'll be good to see him get some time there in the first team and see what he can do, bring that European experience. And there's other players in the team that also play in Europe, and it'll be good to see those players bring the European experience into this competition. So I mean, I think that we'll fare well in this competition. I think they'll make it out of this group. We've got Colombia, which is a tough group.
Colombia, United States, Paraguay, and Costa Rica.
And Costa Rica, Vitaly Navas actually is injured and he's sitting this one out.
Yeah, he's sitting this one out, which is a bit of a shame. I think the United States is going to be probably one of the most serious contenders. They've been growing as a group and they've been, taking football more seriously. And, with the power they have and, they're like how smart they are to organize teams, I think they come as a team, as a block, they come more solid than a lot of the more classic teams in the Copa America. So I'm really excited to see the United States, and I think they're going to get far.
I think we'll get far. And also, just to touch a little bit on the players, I think they'll come in a little bit more rested as they don't have coming off Champions League competitions. We see stars like Keylor Navas or James, even though he hasn't played that much.
And then Suarez and Messi, all this like dealing with injuries.
Right, so these big name players that are coming to these South American teams, we may not have the biggest name players, but they may not be as tired and they may not have had such tough competition. So. And
then in Colombia, of course, there's the whole James Rodriguez thing. I personally think James is going to have a great Copa America. I think he's eager and he's craving for that protagonism, which he has absolutely on the national team. And I think, Colombia and James are going to do great. And, maybe it'll be another stage in James' career to say like, okay, I had a bad season, but, let's end, instead of thinking like, let's end this season, like let's start the new season on a high note.
Right.
And I think that's going to happen. So I'm really excited that. And then we have Costa Rica, not counting on Keylor Navas. And Paraguay, always a tough team. But I think in this group, going through will be the United States and Colombia.
I agree.
And then Group B, we have Brazil, Ecuador, Haiti, and Peru.
And Peru. Well, tell us about Peru.
Well, we have pretty much the same. We've had now the Ricardo Gareca, the new coach, and we have pretty much the same base that we have for the last years. And the last two Copa Americas, we've done great. We got to the semifinals, we lost. But, we were third, came in third, it was pretty decent. And I think we're going to have a good role. I don't think we're going to win it. I don't think we have what it takes or, enough of what it takes to win it. But I think, it won't be a disappointment and, it makes a Peruvian sprout. And then we have, of course, Haiti and Ecuador. I don't know what to expect from Haiti. Probably not much.
Probably not much is what.
And Ecuador, and Peru will always been like competing. Ecuador has been stronger in the last years, qualifying to the World Cups. But I think, or I hope, that it'll be Brazil and Peru going through. Now, Brazil, of course, has the whole thing with the Olympic Games a month after in Rio, and they're not taking Neymar.
Right, they're not taking a ton of players. Of Real Madrid, they're not taking Marcelo, and they're not taking Danilo either. They're taking Casemiro. So I think what they're doing is taking their Olympics more serious, their Olympic berth. They want to win Olympics as they're hosting it.
Yeah, and this is a medal and a trophy that they don't have. Brazil, the mighty Brazil. So they're going for it. But in the recent competitions, I think it's fair to say in the last 10 years, Brazil has been a very vulgar team.
Right.
They've lost that magic and that, that power that makes them, the feared Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a little girl, that was my favorite team. That was the era of Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, those types of players. But now we see a lot of individually good players, but as a team, they're not so cohesive.
I think, to be honest, that Brazil is going to be another flop in this Copa America. They were last year, and maybe, the fact that, it was organized last year and then again this year with the Olympics in the same, summer. Brazil was eliminated by Paraguay in the quarterfinals. I can't remember, when was the last time Brazil didn't make it through the quarterfinals. So I think it's going to be a flop. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be a flop for Brazil. Group C, we have Mexico, Uruguay, Jamaica, and Venezuela.
Who do you think is going through then?
Brazil and Peru. Brazil and Peru. And then Group C, we have Mexico, Uruguay, Jamaica, and Venezuela. Well, Uruguay, you know, have the whole thing with Luis Suarez. They say that he won't be available for the first phase. But, you know, if they make it through, which I think they will, he will be available for quarterfinals and semifinals, and, well, maybe a final.
Right. And they've got good players. They've got Godin, they've got Jimenez.
Yeah, it's a good team. It's probably in the group the most solid, the strongest team. For Mexico, to be honest with you, I don't know what to expect.
And neither do I, because they have some individual stars, but Mexico because we always have this rival with the USA and Mexico, and sometimes Mexico comes out on top, sometimes the USA does. But I mean, over the past years, I haven't seen it that strong of a Mexico.
And then we have Jamaica, which probably, you know, bring the party side to the tournament, but, you know, not really contenders. And Venezuela, I want to make a point here. I think Venezuela is a team probably, like, in the whole scope of South America, the team that has grown the most and has evolved as a national team the most is Venezuela. From where they were like 15 years ago, it was unthinkable, you know, that Venezuela would get 1 point in a qualifiers in a Copa America. Venezuela was always the Cinderella. It was like, you know, 3 points for everybody. But that has changed. Definitely, Venezuela are strong contenders. They have a good team, a lot of players in Europe, and I think that experience is gonna, you know, probably put them through. I'm gonna say Group C, Uruguay and Venezuela.
Okay.
Yeah?
I'm gonna go with definitely Uruguay, and I really don't
say
know.
Mexico.
I'll say Mexico. Okay.
You know, for your neighbors.
Man.
And then Group D, of course, there's Bolivia and Panama. Again, from Panama to me is a mystery. Bolivia is not a mystery. I know, you know, they've struggled for decades.
And we'd actually the USA just played Bolivia in international friendly, and we gave them a soft beating of 4-0. So.
All right. And then Chile and Argentina. And I think, of course, Chile and Argentina are going to go through. Chile are, you know, the reigning champions. I don't know if they're going to have what it takes to win it again. I hope not, really. I wouldn't like to see Chile win it again.
No.
And then there's Argentina. It's always a mystery. I hope finally this is a tournament where Messi, you know, can lift the trophy with his national team. I would really like to see that happening, because I think that they're the better team in the Copa America, to be honest. They're the team with the most talent, who have been like progressing the same group in the last 2 years. I mean, they made it to the final of the World Cup, to the final of the Copa America last year, and I don't know how they lost it, but they should have won it. And, you know, I think they're the team with the most hunger, most talent.
4 titles.
And, you know, I think Argentina's going to win it. You know, I may be wrong, but I don't know. That's what I think.
I think so, and I think hopefully this will be the year that we see Messi really stand out for his national team and be the leader, and that we see him in Barcelona, because a lot of times you compare Messi that we see in Barcelona to the Messi we see in Argentina, and it's not the same Messi, but it also could have to do with supporting players. But it would be nice to see the same Messi bring his team home a championship.
So football fans around the world, you've seen 2 Madridistas saying that it would be nice to see Messi lifting a trophy with Argentina. You know, that's how unhateful we are. You know, we hope you appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy the Copa America. Tell us what you think is going to happen. Do you agree with our little analysis? Are we crazy or not? You know, give us a like and subscribe. And we'll be bringing you a lot of content, you know, watch-alongs on Facebook, and more videos, you know, on YouTube about the Copa America, the Euro Cup. Yeah. So we'll see you pretty soon.